Alright. In this video, we will solve this particular question. So it asks us to define a function called count, which takes in a string and a character, and this count function would return the occurrence of the argument ch in str. Right now, uh, the first thing that we need to do is we need to take a string as input. So we're going to take a string as input and store it in a variable called str. All right. Now, the algorithm for the count function is as follows, right? So, algorithm for count. In the count function, we need to hold the frequency of ch, all right? So, I'm going to have a variable called frequency, and it would have a starting value of 0, right? Because this is the minimum frequency that a character can have, all right? And then what we're going to do is we are going to loop over this particular uh, string. So I equals 0 to str.length, and I'll assume that we already have access to str and ch that will have, and then we need to check whether the current item is equal to ch or not. So the current item is specified as str.char@I, and we're going to check if this is equal to ch, and if it is the case, then we're going to increment the value of frequency by 1. So frequency equals frequency plus 1. And then at the very end, we're going to return the value of this frequency. Right? So now that I have discussed the algorithm for count, I would urge you to pause this video right now and try this out for yourself, because the algorithm is already there on the screen. And see if you can do this on your own self. All right. So I hope you pause the video. And coming up is the solution to this problem. So this the question number for this is 2C. Therefore, we will name our class string 2C. So first, we will take the scanner class. We're going to import the scanner class. Then the name of our class is going to be string 2C, and we need to define the method. So let's do that first. Let's create that method first. So in count, and it's going to take in a string and a character. All right. Next, we would require a variable in which we're going to store the count or the number of times ch is present in str, is found in str. So I'm going to name it frequency and give it a value of 0. Next, I'm going to need to loop over every character in the string, and it's kind of like linear search if you think. All right. So we need to find out the length of the string first. So str.length. Then we have str.length. That's it. And then we will loop over the string. So int I equals 0, I less than length, I plus plus. And we need to check whether the current element is equal to the past character or not. So we need to check if str.char@I, that's the current character, it's equal ch. Now, if it is, then we are going to increment the value of frequency by 1. And I'm going to use the increment operator to make our code a little bit smaller. And else, if it does not match ch, then we are going to do nothing. That's the reason why I left out the else part. Right? And at the very end, I'm going to return the value of frequency. All right. Now, in the main method, I'm going to take the string as input. Moreover, I'm also going to take ch as input. Okay? So public static void main. I forgot to tell you that I'm going to take the ch as input as well. I'm really sorry for that. All right. So we need to create the scanner class first, object of the scanner class. And because we will need to call this method, we would need to create an object of this class as well. So I'm going to copy the name of this class, paste it, obj equal to new. See, all right. Next, we're going to take input, string input. So first, I'm going to give the user a prompt, print, enter a string. All right? Next, the user may enter a string that contains spaces, or the user may not enter a string that contains spaces, all right? So to be on the safe side, I'm going to take input using the uh, next line method, because the string may or may not contain spaces. I'm not limiting anything over here, right? And then I'm going to ask for the character that the user wants to search for. The string is not out.print. Enter the character that enter the character you want to search. Want to count. So that's a character. So char ch equals sc dot next line dot char at c. Now, do you understand why we used to take character input in this way, in this panel? The thing is that scanner class does not have a dedicated method to take a character input, all right? But it does have the method for to take a string input, right? And this is what we employ to take the character input as well. So what we do is we take the string input and we access the first character and we discard all the other characters that are present in the string, all right? Now, we need to store the count, so I'm going to store it in a variable called total. I'm going to call obj.count and pass in the string and the character, right? Next, we are going to display, that's our output, system.out.println. ch is present total number of times. I'm going to put s in brackets. Total might have a value of 1. Okay, let's compile this. Let's try. All right, so I enter a string. So let's say I enter banana, right? And I need to count the frequency of A. So A is present 3 number of times. All right. Let's do one thing. Let's run this program again and let's give it a sentence. All right. So computer is fun. All right. Let's try to search for the character space. Okay. So space is present 2 number of times, right? So this might give you some idea about how to count the number of words present in a string. So for instance, you see in this string, there are 3 words. And if you search for space, you get that space is present 2 numbers of times. And if strings are, if sentences are written such that the words are separated by a single blank space, then the output that you get is the total number of words minus 1 if you search for the occurrences of space, all right? So you can use this to figure out the solution for this question. So the question is as follows. For example, write a program to count the number of words present in a string. So for the string computer is fun, you want to return 3 words, right? So this is kind of like a clue for your program, next program, right? So I hope you understood the algorithm behind counting the number of occurrences of a character in a string, all right? So see you in the next one. Bye for now.